what the automation does is it gives it a little bit of life, and it's you recording your own performance over the samples, which is what makes it sound more human, but it also adds that flavor of, in this case, Jeffness. But insert your name there and it's you. It's that simple. Hi guys, welcome to another video. I thought it'd be quite fun to just have a look at labs. I mean, we've not looked at labs for probably about 2 years now. We've done a track live on stream, and I thought, well, this is the perfect opportunity just to have a look at a few of the sounds. Not necessarily the new ones. I just had a quick look, took, I think it's about 10 or 15 of the sounds that I liked, and we've just compiled them into one Logic session. I'm just going to write a track really quickly. Let's get straight into it, shall we? Okay, so now that I'm little, we've got piano, strings, brass. There's some synth sounds in that brass because there's not a lot of sounds actually that we can use for the brass that aren't a little bit weird. And I think those weird sounds have their place, but at least today, keeping things simple, is going to be the key. Then I've also got these pads. So there's 3 different pads, and I'm just going to create a track stack here, which basically creates a bus. Guitar bass there, and a regular guitar, vocals, percussion. And these vocals, before we go into anything, I opened them up, clicked on this little dot, and you've got these reverb, delay, attack and release. And the attack and release is what I changed. Before, they were all the way down here, and just take a listen. Okay, so not quite as realistic as I wanted them. Never going to be quite as realistic as you want, to be honest, but we do our best, don't we? And for vocals, a slow release is quite nice because we can go bah. So let's go into it. All right, and the release as well, I just pulled it up at just a hair. So yeah, we'll go with that. And I think the Labs piano is just, I think I haven't picked it. We'll go with a soft piano though, because it's always good. I did try out the new one, and I wasn't a huge fan of it, to be honest. But let's just take a look. Where are you? Where are you, Mr. That tape piano though? Oh, okay. Okay, we'll go for the tape piano. Great. There we go, composing headphones on. Let's go for this. So I had picked a nice little just simple progression. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a stroke here. I couldn't find the pedal. Okay, so I thought C minor is quite nice. Maybe so B flat. Some kind of weird G minor there, and A flat. So we're staying in the same part. And let's just brighten that up. Let's bring this up. And I do not like the stability of it. Yeah, maybe. Oh, that's interesting. I like it. Does some tape stuff to it, which is obvious, right? So at first I'm just going to go to these pads, and I'm just going to put some kind of droney thing. And we'll go for a slow track. Okay, we're just going to take that, and I just want to bounce this to audio. So right click, and we'll just bounce in place, which is also Command B, but we'll just do that. I think that gives us enough time to kind of develop something. How much is that? 2 minutes. Oh, yeah, plenty. Okay, right. So we've done that. Go into this pad. I think I know what I'm going to do with this. Something nice and soft at the moment. Okay, we'll start fading out there. So we're basically, you know, we're in C minor and we're twiddling about at the moment. We're not making something that's going to be really, really fiddly. Though it might sound fiddly by the time we're finished. Pan that one over to the right. This next one is going to be over to the left. Yeah, I think this one's just going to be like a little pulse, and I'm not going to do too much with the volume. I'll go over the volume in a minute. Okay, so that's 4. Just quantize that a little bit. I know that's not quantized, but you can actually go into here and we'll quantize these to maybe 1/8 notes, and that'll just help things be a little bit more consistent. Okay, we're just going to loop this. Perhaps we'll loop this all the way to the end, and then it is J to consolidate all of those loops. And now we're going to go back over and just record the volume automation. Because what the automation does is it gives it a little bit of life, and it's you recording your own performance over the samples, which is what makes it sound more human, but it also adds that flavor of, in this case, Jeffness. But you know, insert your name there and it's you. You know, it's that simple. So now let's just add a little bit. Yeah, piano. We'll go back to piano now. And for this piano, because it's just so warbly, is add a reverb. And the reverb I'm going to go for is the Valhalla Shimmer. And we'll go for it. Okay, something really nice and simple there. You know, it's not perfect. We're not going for perfect. We're going for time efficiency. So let's just get that there. Now let's add some strings. So we want some really high strings. There's a high saltasto violin, and the string low is a cello that I'm using. So they're there under the strings patches. And I'm actually going to use exactly the same thing again. I'm going to use the Valhalla, but this time I'm going to use vintage verb, and I really highly suggest the Valhalla stuff. It's affordable, it works as well. So if you're if you're going for free libraries and stuff, and you just want to build up some nice spatial sounds, then Valhalla will turn pretty much anything into a nice sound. So we'll fade this one out. And what we'll do is somewhere by here where the chords get a little bit more dense. Yes, let's do that. I tell you what, I messed up the end of that, something terrible. And we're going to add some kind of guitar bass to this. Okay, so we've got now this nice plucky guitar sound, I think. And that's really, really harsh. So I'm actually going to do some EQ now. There we go. And we want this to be a little bit more soft. Okay, and we'll just check a look at that labs. So that's one thing about labs, is because there's not that many samples, there's like 2 velocity layers here, which is more than you'll get in most places, I guess. The velocity layers don't transition very well because of the lack of round robins. And we'll have I don't know what this violin sounds like. And that's the thing with free stuff, you're going to have to do a lot of the work yourself. Was all right, and I'm going to duplicate that onto this cello part, which I'm hoping is very, very similar. And then we've got this trumpet that just goes down to infinity. Maybe we can use that to add a little bit more definition in. Another thing as well, when I'm EQing, notice that I'm not just going up and listening for frequencies that sound a bit meh, I'm then checking to see that when I duck it, it sounds better. Ooh. Yeah, so here, you know, I've done some EQ and we brought it down 12 dB. 12 dB. We brought it down 12 semitones, a whole octave, and we put some reverb on it. And now I'm just going to add some brass synth sounds. Okay, and I'm just going to take that, I'm just going to duplicate it. Okay, now we will bip in place. Because we're just being very subtle here, and that's what we're just adding texture. So we're just thinking, what will sound nice here, and what will sound nice here, and hopefully that means that we end up with a more varied result. Because this is only a 2-minute piece, but you could make this last forever if you wanted to. This kind of sound is you'd hear in a lot of trailers actually. This. What have we got left? We've got some vocals and percussion. And the vocals, I want to come in here. And the vocals as well, I'm just going to add the shimmer verb. Lovely. Right. And finally, the percussion. So what I've done just now is I've finished it off by adding some percussion, and yeah, we're just going to take a listen to it now because I think it's been a long enough video, and you know, we've all got lives, haven't we? All got lives. Let's take a little gander. This is the unmixed track, but this is what we can do in, you know, less than 40 minutes. See that click off. Yeah, so hats off to Spitfire for amazing sounds. You can really make some really interesting pieces with this. So there's nothing, I think, that is holding us back. Except for, at least with this library, there's nothing holding us back apart from the brass, because we don't really have a lot of things we can do with brass. And I do think that Spitfire seem to struggle with brass. And I think it's because they're going for a specific sound. I don't think it's a bad thing, but it's just a thing. So yeah, you know, check out Labs. You know, there's Piano Book as well. We've not looked at that. Maybe we'll look at that in another video. But until next time, we'll see you later.